How's it going, boys and girls? It's Pink Jimi Photon again with yet another episode of Stupid. Where is it? Stupid Battle Tracks! Yay! Today's attractive little device, built into a recycled Fender single button foot switch, okay, is Gustav Smalley's OUSB, which stands for Octave Up Sick Box. He's not kidding. This is probably the most sick, severe, savage lead guitar octave up box that has ever been designed. My kudos go to Gus. He contacted me on DIYStompboxes.com and says, hey, you like to build stuff. Maybe you might like to try this pedal I designed. I'm an Octavia freak. I love Octavias. I mess around with all kinds of different Octavia circuits. And Octavia is like a fuzz that cancels out the fundamental signal, so all you really hear is the upper harmonic, so it sounds like it's an octave higher. Hendrix used it on all kinds of stuff. I mean, a real famous example is the lead guitar on the outro of Are You Experienced off of Jimi's first album, Are You Experienced? Well, anyways, Gus had contacted me, and I went and said, okay, cool, I'm going to try one. And I built it up, and if I remember correctly, I had some problems with it because I couldn't figure out something stupid, which I figured out ultimately. It was bad chip. Chip had gotten blown up before. I figured, hey, this chip will work. I plopped it in, damn thing wouldn't work, you know? So I'm like screwing around the thing endlessly, trying this, trying that, resoldering this, resoldering that, going through all this stuff, taking a freaking pilgrimage to the other side of the planet, it seemed like, looking for, you know, possibilities as to what the hell was wrong with it. There's the damn chip. So I popped in another chip. This one has a TLO82 in it. He specifies any 5532. An op amp is an op amp, in my opinion. Some do have to have specific op amps and circuits for them to work right. Most of the time, you put a socket in. If it's a dual op amp, it's a dual op amp. Throw whatever you got in, and it'll probably work. I'm starting to learn electronics is not the rocket science I thought it was. You don't need the little, you know, propeller beanie and the slide rule. Well, I guess I'm dating myself here. But there's a lot of stuff that you need to know. But much like anything else, I mean, once you learn to copy something else, it's kind of like writing, you know. It's like you don't really necessarily learn to write as much as you learn to copy other people's writings to the point where you can start to write on your own. Does that make any sense? Probably not. I'm not surprised. We're talking me here. So anyways, enough of me babbling like an idiot here. Let's turn on the ultra groovy white LED and get to business. Okay? Telecaster, same thing I used in the last video. Okay? I'm going to turn this thing on. I've got the gain control about halfway up. Let's get it to about unity gain. That's about unity. Hear that octave? Sounds almost like a flute. We're going to cut the tone control off on the guitar and go up around the 12th fret with the neck pickup on. I just fudged that. Listen to the sustain. It blooms right into that octave. It's beautiful. Can't really play rhythm on it too much because it ends up sounding like Hendrix. That could be a good thing. It's like jagged shards of lightning or something. When you turn the guitar down, Well, before I turn the guitar down, let's turn the distortion all the way up, all right? Pretty sick, huh? That's the bridge pickup. And everything full blast. I'm going to turn the tone control down a little bit to get rid of a little bit of the high-end harmonics. This is real similar harmonically kind of to the B17 thing that I just built. I'm playing with a pick. Now I'm not. We'll put it on the neck pickup. Almost sounds like a synthesizer, don't it? That gets even more prominent when you turn the guitar down. The guitar is about halfway down, neck pickup. You turn it way down. Get some treble, bridge pickup. Even with the guitar halfway down, it's still got great sustain. That's just filthy disgusting. I absolutely love it. Yeah. It's like electricity. I think this is the kind of sound that the guitar player, first name I can't think right now, from the Ramones, he always said he wanted it to sound like lightning coming out of the speaker cabinets. I think that fits. Turn it way, 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 way down. You can play rhythm on it if you have the guitar way down and you play simple chords. Anything beyond pretty much a dyad, forget it. You know, you're going to start running into like intermodulation distortion. But you might like that. So it's really just, I mean, this is on the bridge pickup. Listen to that octave come in. And I didn't spend any time matching anything. You know, usually you want to go and match, you know, transistors, you want to match resistors, whatever, you know, it's something like this. I'm a firm believer in the old thing, you know. I mean, it's like, I'm looking at it like this. You got a factory making guitar pedals. Do you think they're going to go and employ some propeller head to sit there and tune every single one? Hell no. They're going to go and take whatever the cheapest source they can for whatever the parts they need that are specified is, and they're going to get a huge freaking batch of them. And the first one that whoever it is assembling the stuff is going to go and build. I'm not talking boutique guys here. I'm talking like companies. You know, they're going to take whatever the hell they got off the shelf, throw it in, and they're going to want it to work with minimal amount of, you know, messing around to get it, you know, tweaked in. So I don't bother usually with, you know, phasers. I haven't built a phaser yet, so I can't speak on those. But with fuzzes and things, I think they sound more organic if you don't even bother trying to match them up. Plus, I don't think the manufacturer of the old vintage boxes matched anything. They just threw whatever they had in there and said, ah, cool, it makes it distort. The kids will love it. I don't know what the hell's wrong with them. You know? I mean, this is, you got to remember, most fuzzes were made in the same era as Fender amps. Fender, Leo Fender, the guy that invented the freaking sound of rock and roll. Okay? Woohoo, my hair, wrong hair. Whatever. You know, I mean, it was like he sold the company to CBS, you know, in, what was it, 65, whatever. CBS's propeller heads are like, oh, well, the kids, they certainly like the sound of these Fender amps. Let's add a whole bunch of crap to them so that they don't make any of that sound Fender was known for. That's a great idea. Let's make a solid state this and a solid state that. And man, they dropped the ball. The stuff was horrible. You know? Do you think they really took the time to go matching parts? Hell no. They just threw whatever they had together in there that would, you know, whatever it was that was specified. So I take a similar approach. I mean, I use good parts and everything. It's just, you know, I'm not going to be totally anal about something being within 1/1000th of a percentage. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, I'm going to turn this thing back on so I can wrap this up. I'm going to turn the volume all the way up. It's got some nuts. Turn the tone control down. I'm going to put it on the neck pickup. Do you hear that octave? I mean, there's actually octave all the way down the neck. It was like Roger Mayer, the guy that made... It's noisy with single coils in front of a computer. Roger Mayer, the guy that made the Octavia for Jimi Hendrix, the guy that invented the thing, his Octavia, I used to have one. It was this cool-looking rocket-shaped kind of thing. Those things, man, it was like you had to flick to the neck pickup, roll your tone control down, and play above your 12th fret. This thing gets the octave down just about all the way. It's pretty sick. We're going to try... We're going to turn the volume down a little bit. And explore a little bit of the lower fi sound. We're going to turn the gain down. Does the Jawari thing pretty good. I'm going to turn the guitar down a lot. There's a lot of tones you can get out of it. How the hell did I end up in E flat? Anyways, turn it down even more. Right to the that's with the distortion knob off. The tone down. The guitar all the way up, of course. Give it a little bit of distortion. I call it sick. Or just keep turning it up a little bit at a time. Isn't that nice? I mean, it's just a beautiful pedal. It sounds better, in my opinion, feeding into it either another fuzz or an overdrive, a little bit of echo and some reverb, man. Holy cow. Just awesome sounding. Just amazing. You know, the harmonics and stuff are almost too much by itself, but when you soften them with a little bit of delay, you just get these beautiful, beautiful textures. I mean, I got a half a mind to plug a delay in to let you hear what it is, but unfortunately the delay is what's holding up my computer right now. So anyways, long story short, the Octave Up Sick Box, which you can find my layout on DIYStompboxes.com or freestompboxes.org, or you can build your own. You can look up the schematic. Want to thank, Gus Smalley once again. Great pedal, Gus, man. I really dig this thing. Thanks for turning me on to it. I've been looking at it for years. I just, it's like, oh, well, I mean, it's got a chip in it, and I'm like lazy. I like working with transistors more than chips, because chips can be a pain with Vero board. So anyways, the attractive little device of the day is the Octave Up Sick Box by Gus Smalley in the recycled Fender foot switch thing. Telecaster Gizmotron. And I'm your host, the one and only legend in his own mind, Pink Jimi Photon, and wishing you all a wonderful day, alright? So party on, and talk to you soon. Peace. Gotta find the stop button.